welcome to the Mongrats Podcast, where we discuss about whatever we want to talk about. So, we're going to start off with the news, as usual. And yeah, let's just start off with paedophiles wanting to join LGBT community.
Oh my god, that is so...
It is disgusting.
Okay. I don't know, Alex, I'd just like to point out that they're not specifically calling themselves paedophiles.
No, they're calling themselves minor attracted persons. They're calling themselves MAPs, minor attracted persons. They have gone so far to even create a rainbow pride flag for gay pride. And guess what? This Twitter just wrote PSA to minors: if you see this pride flag anywhere, be warned, this flag is for MAPs, which stands for minor attracted persons. This is a flag for paedophiles.
It's like a paedophile warning, like, you know, don't come near us.
Yeah.
I mean, at least they're labeling themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but how far can you take it? Let's be honest. Into children.
No, it's pretty dumb that they're trying to raise awareness and make it.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely disgusting.
Yeah.
They're just trying to ride the LGBT wave. On the hype train.
Yeah, I get.
Yeah.
I don't think you can justify being a paedophile just in any way. Like, it's so fucked on a just a basis. You can't be like, oh, we'll join LGBT. It's fine. Like,
We're censoring that.
yeah.
Makes it worse.
That's true. I don't even understand how this is gonna work out for them anyway. Like, if you're a paedophile and you're labeling yourself instantly, then how are you gonna expect yourself to, like, you know, be in a relationship with a child anyway?
Maybe it's organised by the police, you know, to get the paedophiles to come out. Be like, oh, I'm gonna be part of this, and then they all get arrested. That's quite sad. Yeah.
And
What happens if it's consensual though? What happens if it's consensual? What do you do then?
That's a bit of a sticky one, isn't it?
It's not a sticky one. In order to do this, you have to be a certain age. So, yeah, children are not.
Yeah, you can't give consent if you're a minor, so it's rape no matter what.
True, yeah, okay.
So if you're a paedophile and you're watching this, I mean, listening to this, then
I'll be surprised if anyone's listening. Anyways.
Have you seen the paedophile flag?
No.
Oh my goodness. It's like, you know, it's basically like the rainbow setup, except it's like dark blue at the top and then progresses to yellow and white in the center, and then pink at the bottom.
That's some dead flag. What the?
I know, right?
What the colours are supposed to mean?
Flag.
Let me send it on the show.
I just remember seeing this poster, an LGBT poster, which was, it listed like the different, it's like love is love, and then no matter, listed like a list of things, and then
no matter of age.
And it had like representations of each thing. So one of them was age, and they decided to put 36 and 10.
I see nothing wrong with that image.
Questioning.
What's wrong?
People started questioning that. And they were like,
That's just grim.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
If you're having to resort to that, like, come on.
If you're that desperate,
Yeah.
Yusif's almost there.
Okay.
Just a prior warning. We might have a new incoming member of LGBT society.
Yeah.
What, you?
No, you. You're the paedophile.
No, you.
How's it days, lads? How's it been?
Oh yeah, it's been pretty good.
Revision top notch, you know. Always, every day I've been revising, haven't done anything.
Sure.
I love my life right now. Nothing is more fun than this.
Anyways, what's the next topic we're jumping onto?
Revenge porn laws.
I don't understand what that is.
What is it with you
I
and,
don't-
like, themes concerning sex?
So
He's very...
okay, let me just explain what revenge porn is. Revenge porn is like when you're posting, let's say you're posting someone else's like photos or, you know, porn, like, you know, just them being naked or something and posting it without their consent. That's what revenge porn is.
Okay.
I don't think you should be able to do that without them consenting. Like, they should, if they're fine with you posting it, then I think you should be able to do it. But if they don't consent, that's when I think it's fucked up.
Yeah, that is what revenge porn is pretty much. And basically what's happened is that now the rates have increased for the number of revenge porn cases. However, what's surprising is that the number of people who have been arrested or been charged for such allegations have decreased, meaning the police are doing a trash job of arresting.
If there's no arrest, then how is there a case?
I don't know, mate. Actually, don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean you can see if it's happening like online or something because it's going to be posted online, but there's just less arrests.
There's a
Are you
lot of
talking about- Are you talking about specifically stuff that's been leaked? Because I'm guessing if someone literally posts something on
No,
the
there's
be
been
fine
a lot.
with it getting spread.
There's a lot of anecdotes here. So one of them is Alice Ruggles was apparently murdered by her former boyfriend because he was threatening to share images that should be. So basically, he tried to share images of her naked as a part of a campaign of stalking and harassment. How did you
Then wait, so he wasn't charged?
He was no, she,
Oh.
yeah, he was charged. Well, that's like
Okay.
one example. Let's not forget this because this is dead.
Okay.
Jeremy Carl.
Oh, Jeremy Kyle, yeah.
Or in my opinion,
So what
I don't
actually
think. Oh yeah.
Can someone explain what actually happened?
Okay, so what happened was that a guest went on to the show, and then they
He killed himself.
yeah, well, in a nutshell,
What,
that's
on the
basically
show?
what happened. No,
Or
not on the
afterwards?
show. Like he went off the show and he killed himself.
Oh,
And funny
wait,
part is, it's not
was-
the first time as well. There's been numerous cases here where people have died because of not just of the Jeremy Kyle show, but the show that he was on before on Channel 5.
Is it just because they got embarrassed? Really?
No.
Well, like, what are they saying the motivation of?
Alright, so here's an example. This is someone by the name of Paul Paulson, and he said, he told me to leave Erica, so I shook his hand and promised to leave the family home, which I did, he said. At the end of the day, he ruined my wife's life. She killed herself.
Oh.
Admitted, having previously had affairs, he had gone on the show in an effort to prove that he had been faithful. He lied. Oh, he failed a lie detector test and was accused of being a bad husband by Kyle. After filming on 7th of October 2005, Paul Paulson moved out of the family home. Erica Paulson was later found dead from an overdose of prescription painkillers. The sad part about this is that there's a child in this sort of scenario as well. So she's just killed herself and left a child.
I mean, still, I don't think it's Jeremy Carl's fault because he offers them advice, but they're the people who actually take out and do
In
the
the first
actions. Yeah,
mean,
I don't
yeah,
think you
he's
can blame
done-
him.
He's done good.
Yeah, he's a
I know,
good guy.
like-
The show is overly aggressive, but I understand
Yeah.
why it's overly
Yeah,
aggressive.
that's true.
It
It
has
is
to be.
overly aggressive.
It has to be aggressive to get views. Like that's just what media is nowadays.
Yeah.
I think Dr. Phil
I
does
do.
it.
So I don't think it's Jeremy Carl's fault. I think it's whoever's producing the show. It should be
Yeah.
their fault because it's their responsibility to kind of keep the show within certain boundaries.
Definitely.
I don't know.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
it's the people's fault. I think
No,
Jeremy
no,
Carl.
the audience can't do anything. Let's be honest.
No, not the people. The people that go onto the show. I think because they're given advice and everything, it's still their choice in the end about what they do about everything.
Yeah, fair enough. No, but I think the way that Jeremy Kyle could approach it is like, or at least the show in general could approach these kind of like situations, because not all of the people would know what they're getting themselves into. Not all of the people going on the show know exactly what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah, you can't predict consequences. Like, you
So
know, it's like-
yeah,
yeah.
But I think you have to
just-
look at the if you look at the bright side of like the Jeremy Carl show, he's helped out so many different people. He's given people so much
Yeah.
like aid over the years.
Yeah.
I think after one incident like this, it's quite unfair for them to just shut off the show entirely.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
I don't think they should use a lie detector. It's not
I
reliable.
don't think it should be
that's
like
true.
there should be some consequences, like as in they shouldn't the producers should be forced to like sort of change, like set some boundaries for the show.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's good that
In regards to whether it should be shut down, I don't think that would go well with the people like who watch the show kind of regularly. Like
I don't think it would be fair to shut it down.
yeah,
Unless
yeah,
there was like, a
exactly.
direct link that sort of like Jeremy Carl's murder
Yeah.
or some mad thing
Right.
like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just been apparently axed, so they're currently paying a fine or something like that. I think. That's what.
Culture.
Yeah.
But it's weird though because there's so many shows similar to it. Like if you look in America, they have Dr. Phil and they have all the Dr. Phil clones and shows.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
Dr. Phil is doing a good job.
Oh,
Yeah, Dr.
he
Phil
is
does it well, I
definitely
guess.
a lad.
Yeah,
Straight to the ranch. That's cool.
true. Any kid does anything wrong, send them to the ranch, no matter what.
To the ranch.
100% success rate. Let's go.
Yeah. But it's
What
funny
else?
though because Dr. Phil is less aggressive than Jeremy Kyle, and like maybe
Oh,
I
yeah,
see what you
much
mean.
less.
He's way he's so patient. Like
Yeah.
when it comes to dealing with each person in the family as well, because there's like a load of them just shouting at him, and then he's just there like waiting for the right moment to like diss them so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just love that moment.
yeah. Dr. Phil's not actually a doctor though.
What is he not?
Absolutely.
Really?
No, he's not. He's not actually a doctor.
Oh,
He's
what?
a psychiatrist.
Fuck.
Is that just his,
False
his
advertising.
stage name then?
Of the show.
I can't believe
No,
that.
because I think.
Oh fuck! What's happened now? I'm never watching the show again. He's broken my trust.
Well, you can't watch it. It's not. It's like.
Oh, you can see clips on like YouTube and stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's like you want to revise, then you like find one Dr. Phil clip and like it's all in your recommended, and it just you just
Yeah.
waste like an hour.
In a cycle. It's,
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, the pain.
yeah.
Watching Dr. Phil was the reason why I decided to do REAS. So
Ooh,
Really?
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 Wow.
Damn.
Really.
You should send him a thank
Yeah.
you note.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but who
You
says
got
he
me
wants?
into this.
Who says he likes to do Ari though? Who says he likes Ari?
Yeah.
I got baited into Ari by you.
You should go on the show and argue that.
Yeah.
You made me pick REAS, now my life is ruined.
Yeah. I prefer
No, it's not
Ari,
right.
like-
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Anyways, next topic. I've said anyways a lot. James Charles.
You should
Guys, good with that? Familiar with that topic?
think everyone is.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Would someone like to
Yeah,
explain
yeah.
what happened first though, like before we?
Who wants to do that?
there are two kind of parts to this James Charles thing. The first one, from what I understand, is he has this beef with this lady called Tati or something,
Yeah.
and a lot of the beef is coming from basically them being really good friends. Tati was James Charles' friend even before he got famous. She helped him up a lot.
Yeah.
And then Tati asked James Charles to advertise one of her vitamins, and then James Charles said he didn't agree with this. And then he proceeded to go advertise very similar vitamins, basically her Tati's competitors, which kind of pissed her off. That was one side. The second side was him purposely going for straight guys. There's quite like mixed opinions on this, but basically what happened, I think it was a waiter. He saw at a restaurant, he really liked him, and then he got his, I think it was social media Insta or.
I don't think that's what happened. I don't think that's what happened. I thought it was with a YouTuber. Yeah, because what happened with the waiter was that Tati and James Charles were sitting on a table, and they were having some sort of family like dinner time, I guess, and it was at a restaurant, and then the waiter just came along, and then James Charles just made a comment saying, "Wow, isn't he so sexy and all that? And if only I could get him into my bed or something." Some sort of really like sexually driven like, comment. And then Tati was like, "What the hell are you doing? Like, don't think like that. Don't say that in front of my family members because that's just so disgusting." And that's why Tati's really annoyed because brought up James Charles like her mother, and the fact that he's turned into this monster now after getting the fame, money, fortune. So yeah, money can change anyone. That's what she's trying to say, and that's why she's saying bye, sister. That's all.
I think it was more than just like the comment. No, like it's happened with other people. Like it's more because you definitely
Yeah,
you
it's
only
happened
go
a lot
after
of
straight
time.
people.
Yeah, on Twitter, James Charles even revealed that he's into straight guys, but that was in like 2015, and no one really cared at that time.
I'm sorry. How can you be gay and be like, oh, I'm attracted by straight guys? Like,
I don't know.
what's wrong with you? I can't. Like, it doesn't make sense. It physically doesn't.
Like, yeah, people can be good looking, but like it's kind of, you can't just change someone else's. sexuality,
Yeah.
Yeah.
desires.
Imagine if
What's
he's on like a
annoying-
date with someone. Oh yeah.
But what's really annoying me is that James Charles has revealed this, alright, in 2015 or 2014. It's been a long time, and a lot of YouTubers knew about this like situation. Shane Dawson knew it, his partner knew it, Tatty and other YouTubers knew it like a long time ago. The fact that he was into straight, people, and now that he's done this whole vitamin incident, that's why Tatty's just decided to not only like whistleblow as to who he is, but also snitch on the fact that he's into straight guys. And that's what's annoying me, because after she posted that YouTube video, a lot of YouTubers like Shane Dawson, his partner, and Tatty have just unfollowed him and all that. And that's what's really raging me, because they knew it at that time. So why are they doing it now? Question. They're just taking part within that the whole unsubscribe from James Charles thing.
I think they might wait for him to get more like subscribers, so it could be like a bigger thing, bigger impact.
That is actually the biggest piss take, because it's actually worked. Tatty's got a lot more subscribers. She was on 6 mil before, and now she's on like 9.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how like Logan Paul, when he had his downfall, he was still gaining subscribers, wasn't he, or something?
Yeah, he was gaining them.
Whereas James Charles is 1.2 mil in one day. That's a mad.
Yeah, like even like with Logan Paul, like what he did was like just like an absolute dickhead move, but it got him the publicity to still grow his channel. But with James Charles, it just backfired completely. Like he's lost over 3 mil by now. So
I think it was a whole apology video as well, because like with Logan Paul, he was a lot more genuine, and he did admit that it was all his fault and that he can't shift the blame to anyone else, and that he will take responsibility over what he's done.
I mean,
so I can accept that.
His apology video was still shit though, like Logan Paul's was.
At least he's lapse in my judgment.
But at least he gained that sort of responsibility over that video, because come on, let's be honest, he's only 22. But with James Charles, it's different, because he isn't as considerate, and he's not as genuine as Logan Paul. And I can see James Charles like perspective, because he's only 19. He's way younger, so he's probably more sassy.
Have you guys seen James Charles's apology video?
I watched some of it.
I've seen it.
No, I haven't. No.
I've seen a bit from PewDiePie's. But yeah, James Charles didn't really seem that. From what I've understood, he didn't see that.
I just hope that this ends as soon as possible, because otherwise we're just impacting another YouTube career, and I don't want James Charles downfall. No, as in, like,
loves it. It's like spreads like a wildfire, because obviously hating gays is frowned upon, but like everyone, all the trolls love to do that. So
yeah.
feasting upon this opportunity.
I don't think there's a lot of hating gays thing nowadays. I think it's going pretty well, Shane Dawson's doing bits, apart from the cat incident.
That was a fucked up incident.
Yeah, it was just into a bit of bestiality.
No, how did that start though? Was it?
Oh, I didn't.
It was his fault. So what happened was, he was on a podcast, and on that podcast he was like, basically, I cummed on my cat, and everyone was like, "You're joking, right?" Well, then Shane Dawson was like, "No, I cummed on my cat."
I'm genuinely got excited by my my pet.
And it's only a joke. And then
It's just a prank, bro.
users like commented on that, saying, "Oh, did you do this, do that?" And then he just made the worst possible thing. I didn't come on my cat.
I didn't fuck my cat. I didn't come on my cat. I didn't put my dick anywhere near my cat.
Really used that as a cover, but
Yeah. That was amazing.
Yo, 21st century.
Anyways, what was the other thing I was speaking about before?
Jobs.
There was what was it called? The simulation thing, if you guys want to talk about that.
Oh yeah,
do you wanna-
conspiracy theory time.
Who wants?
Yeah.
Ray, why don't you explain it? No, Ryan, why don't you explain it?
Ryan, you haven't done much speaking.
Explain what?
We're talking about the simulation thing, because I genuinely believe like really high percentage that we could be in a simulation. Because if you think about it, you know, super intelligence that can be made to make simulation. Like we'll probably make a very realistic simulation, especially, you know, we've got self-learning and deep learning AI. If we put them in and it can, you know, simulate the world like pretty accurately.
Yeah, like the rate the rate at which we're like increasing our like technology is just exponential.
Yeah.
Like it probably will happen at some point, and you never know if something's happened before, and like we're in the simulation of them, and like it's like I don't know, Inception or something.
You wouldn't know because, like, for example, I heard something.
I don't think it's more a question of technology, because eventually we'll get there. Eventually, like, no matter how long it takes, eventually we will get there. I think it's more of a question as to whether we would do it or not if we had the ability
the ethical
to.
side.
Like if people would allow it to happen, to create a simulation where people like live in it.
I don't think we'll be that bad, hopefully.
Because the technology will come around eventually, no matter what we do. The technology will always, there will always be a chance, and they can always just program it to be set in the past or whatever. So the technology isn't really the issue. It's more of just whether humans would want to do that.
Yeah, because the people in it would be living like if we were in a simulation, we're living now, and like it's ethically like whether you'd want to do that to like AI or whatever. Like you don't. Are we human? Are we AI? Like you don't really know.
Yeah, like you wouldn't be able to tell. It's like if you were in a Mario, you wouldn't know if you're in the game. You just know, okay, I can jump this much. You know, like. I don't know, the bad guys move this fast or that. I know those would be your like laws of physics or whatever, and then you depend upon those.
I think it's ideal if we like take this idea and go back in history, because the people who actually first produced this argument was Plato or Socrates. So the idea that Plato gave was the analogy of the cave, where like we're imprisoned and we've got all these chains surrounding us, and we can't move anywhere, and the only thing we can see is this light. You can see these shadows, and we think that these shadows are the real world. So we perceive stuff based upon those, and there's that one incident where the person somehow manages to escape the manacles and leaves the cave and enters the new realm, which Plato calls the true world. And that's pretty much what the argument is, because the whole point of it was that you're actually seeing relation where the real world is that you can sense within your five senses of. So I think that's a pretty so like the fire represents like the source of our perceptions and what we think. And then the prisoners represent us humans. And this is the funny part, because you know how I told you that there's a person who escapes the manacles and sees the real world?
Yeah.
Guess who that is? Philosopher.
Person who dies.
That's me.
You escaped this
He
world.
said Saahith. Saahith in 2019.
There's no real way to prove it, so.
Yeah.
Okay, but just saying, that philosopher returns to the cave, okay, and comes back to tell, the other prisoners that there's an actual real world. And apparently, this is a bit flawed, but the prisoners killed that guy.
Well, no, because it's like if some random person came up to you and said he was a philosopher and that he has evidence that or that he knows, he's seen the outside world and this is just all a simulation, would you believe him?
I wouldn't.
It's kind of like the Matrix.
So it's kind of like,
Who do that?
yeah, some people would believe him, but the majority would probably think that he's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Wait, have you guys seen the Matrix, the film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it, but I haven't really.
I mean, it's pretty similar to this, where it's like they only believe that there's an outer like world once they're shown it, and I think once you see it, you kind of need to see it with your own eyes to believe like if you're in a simulation or not, because you don't know, you really can't tell.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that was like the thing about, there's one real universe that creates a simulation too, and those simulations create simulations, and then you keep on going. And if we were to throw a random dart and it would hit one of these realities, it'd most likely land on a simulation.
Yeah, but then again, what I'm wondering is, this analogy of the cave, the reason why Plato designed it was to show how can actually get hurt and abused. This incident was supposed to represent what happened to Socrates, because Socrates actually, said that there's this true world and all that shit, and then, they just decided to kill him. Wait, apart from Yusuf, who believes in this whole idea of simulation?
I mean, I've really thought about it that much. I mean, if you think about it, like, the likelihood that we are, like, the first ones, I quote, air quotes it, like, it's so low. It's so low that we're, like, the only humans,
but that's assuming that there are simulations.
I mean,
you would not know.
Yeah,
There's
you
no
wouldn't
way.
know
There's
if
no
there are
way
any
to
simulations anyway.
I reckon
So there's no point.
No, but technology is going to
Going
get there at some point. Like, we know that. That's a
So
fact.
I guess like the conclusion here is that if there were simulations, then the likelihood that we would be a simulation is very high. But
It doesn't matter if it's simulation.
whether we would create simulations is just debatable.
Yeah.
And then what happens when we die? What is religion?
That's the funny part, because the whole idea of a simulation actually reflects the whole idea of religions as well. Because after death, well, that's where God comes in, because you find out apparently that God is actually the person who started this whole simulation. So, yeah.
But yeah, what happens if we're still in a simulation after we die? We're dead?
In the hell then?
Yeah. If we're in a simulation, maybe we can't die. Like, it depends what dying means.
Bring in this whole idea of like being reborn, sort of, into this cycle. So you're a Hindu?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're Hindu, like, you do believe in a
officially a
simulation.
Hindu.
Yeah, oh fuck, I didn't realise I was a Hindu until now.
Yeah.
Enlightened
Wow.
by the word.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening to our podcast, and we hope you have a good day. Peace.